Feel the waves cut through me, hypnotized by the sounds I'm breathing in. Hold tight, chemicals collide. Hold tight, hold tight, hold tight. Dripping lights paint the skies, all because of you. Dripping lights paint the skies, only you can make me move. You can make me move. Can make me move. You can make me move. Can make me. So alive, make it last forever. Stop in time, yeah, I'm surrendering. Hold tight, chemicals collide. Hold tight, hold tight, hold tight. Dripping lights paint the skies, all because of you. Dripping lights paint the skies, only you can make me move. You can make me move. Can make me move. Can make me move. You can make me move. Can make me.
Hold me close till I get up. Time is barely on our side. I don't wanna waste what's left. The storms we chase are leading us, and love is all we'll ever trust. Yeah, no, I don't wanna waste what's left. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways. And on we'll go.
How's it going, everybody? It's your boy Power Minds Crypto back here with another live stream. How's everybody doing? Just gotta get a few things here to do. That's that. So, Sparky, just so you know, I am live streaming. But your audio will not go through stream, just so you know. Let's hope that. Oh, this is fun. There it is. Now we got it working. So, how's everybody doing? So, if you haven't seen the pinned message in the stream, there was a fellow miner that lost his home yesterday. Lost everything except a couple things that they had, like their clothes on them, and they didn't lose their pet. But anything would be helped. So there is a Twitter link to ways how you could help them out. So today's stream is just gonna go over, mining rigs, future plans, maybe some machines which I would like to, maybe some of the recent events with profitability, and go from there. So first up, let's talk about the elephant in the room here, Flux. It's up in the last 7 days. It's up 35%. Last 24 hours, it's up 11%. And this is in Canadian dollars, just so everyone knows. So, and we're about a week away from having happening. So we'll see what happens with Flux. I am currently mining some Flux, so we'll see what happens. But hopefully Flux becomes something really good. And I still got my Raven rig going here and my 3070 Ti. Just cranking out a little bit, 10 a day. That's not too bad. It is down just a bit. But yeah. So for the markets, a couple things are up in the green, but there's a lot of red. So we'll see. We don't know exactly what's gonna happen, but who knows what could become of a major thing. ETC is up in the last hour. Zcash down. But yeah. hashes down. So, let's look at a couple of things. So, KD box, still pretty cool thing. I'm entered in a giveaway for one, so hopefully I will win that because that would be awesome. Because if your boy could win, wouldn't that be pretty chill? That'd be pretty cool. So, we'll have to see what happens. Hopefully we'll win. And then I'll be able to do a thing on this. Another thing. So yes, I've been looking at Parallel Miner for some cables. There's some power supplies. I'm possibly gonna be hopefully getting some here soon. But yeah, so we're gonna be looking at maybe some GPUs, see what they're going for right now. Some people are selling, and some people are buying right now because people do like buying during bear markets because crypto prices on hardware are cheaper. So yeah. So maybe we'll also see what there is for rigs up for sale and go from there because I am going to be probably looking at buying some more frames soon probably because I may be getting some more cards. Oh, GPU frame. Yeah, I have. Actually, I'll just show you what I actually have. 12 GPU mining frame. There it is. This is what I have here. That's realistically what I'll probably buy again. And I also need SSD. So how's everybody's day going? Need D to USB. And where is the cable I can buy? There it is. Oh shoot. So So yeah, hoping to possibly be ordering some more parts in hopefully soon. Cause right now, you know, I'd rather have I may be able to get my hands on some more GPUs and stuff. It's not 100% confirmed yet, but it's a possibility. So now we gotta look at some power supply options because I'm gonna be getting into server power supplies. Huh, never seen that before. But so yeah, possibly a good amount of GPUs I may be being able to get picked up, but I'm definitely gonna need to figure out some ways of being able to power these new things. So we're probably gonna have to. I'm probably gonna have to look at a few server PSUs because I'm gonna be getting into possibly 240 volts soon. Probably this summer I'll be looking at 240 volt stuff. Probably not as much as some other guys, but it'll be definitely a little bit. Oh, basic miner? I didn't know they sold them. Oh, they sell older stuff. But I'm hoping that possibly this summer I'll be hopefully getting into a building with 240, maybe even 3-phase. So it should be pretty cool if possible, if I'm able to get into that. But if I do go into that, I'm definitely going to be looking at, you know, server power supplies a lot more. Because of the fact that they're so efficient. As of right now, it's not really a huge deal, but it definitely does make a difference. So yeah, I didn't know that these were a thing, like triple and quad ones. But I bet they're a little bit more on the sketchier side to use. Thank you for everybody coming in. I do appreciate it. Let's see if there's any GPU deals. And let alone, this is all in Canadian funds. Because realistically, I'm going to be looking for some 16. I have 16 AMD or NVIDIA 16 cards. I'm probably going to need. I'm possibly getting 20 to 30 RX 400, 500 cards, so that's why I need to order this stuff in. And then that's going to be more of a spec mining issue because it's going to be like, it's not going to be profitable ever probably, but it will definitely be cheap mega hash if I get it for the price that if I'm able to get it for a fair cost. And yeah, most of the not saying that I use these boards in these boards themselves, but these are roughly what I use for a board. Roughly. They're I personally like them. I find they work for what I need them to. Haven't really had an issue yet. And yeah, so I personally like the boards for mining because it just makes it so you don't have to use a PCIe USB to 1X, so it makes it a little less. It's a lot less risk. I mean, you're still gonna have some way of it. Oh, sweet. Thanks, Mass, for coming through. Hey, at least you can chat now, finally. But, definitely want to get newer cards that are more efficient, but if I can, you know, realistically build 2 more rigs for, you know, under $1,000, I mean, it'd be a decent amount, and I'd probably use them more for, like, us. But you'll definitely, like, with these, if I can build 2 12 GPU rigs for under $1,000, you know, pretty good price. But yeah, then I'll be starting to have to pay them, possibly, probably. So, that's weird. I've never seen that issue before there. But I definitely do want to look into getting more better GPUs. Because it's definitely not gonna, you know, I'm not gonna be able to ever get the same efficiency out of RX 400 and 500 cards, but at least it gives me some cheaper mega hash that, you know, I'm paying less on the front end, but I'm also paying more on the back end to run them. But if you figure it out with putting in, you know, well, I'm going to be using this, you know, if I offset it with other GPUs, it won't be as bad, is kind of my idea. I also need to find the risers, because that I get from here. Where is it at? And I am planning with, if I do get these more GPUs and more rigs and stuff like that, I would actually like to start testing out some other cool tricks I want to try to get more than 12 GPUs on a 12 GPU rig. Because I have a feeling I can maybe get. I was talking to someone and they said I may be able to get up to 16 GPUs possibly. But we'll have to just see what happens. Where are those? So use something kind of like this here to run more GPUs. You find a 6-pack. I'm pretty sure there's one. No. Maybe these are them? Those could be them. Yeah, I think those are them. But yeah. Well, currently I'm paying no power fee, but my power is anywhere from 15 cents Canadian a kilowatt, so about 10 cents US to down around 7 cents US, I think. It depends on what you're using and whatever your use is labeled as by the power company. It gets kind of, weird, but I mean, it's around 10 cents a kilowatt, I'm pretty sure. US. But I'm I'm possibly able to get 20 to 30 GPUs at someone said if you can arrange pickup and stuff that they may just give me. Let alone the shipping from where they are is gonna be isn't gonna be cheap, but I mean when you compare to $100 a GPU, let's say, you know, it's a fair, it's a fair price to pay. Let's look up mining cave. So a lot of people say, well, your power cost is 15 cents a kilowatt, right? And yes, it's good. But if I'm able to get, a price that's a little bit lower, it doesn't make sense to run all these rigs, like keep buying them, but if I can get them for a price that it would be foolish to not buy them, then it's like, well, why don't I buy it? Because that's just foolish if I don't. In my motherboards the motherboards I have been using, is roughly, what is it? I think they're about 110, 120 shipped to me. So let's go 1660. Oh wow, that's kind of a good deal. Just give me 1 second, chat. I just have to do something quickly. It's just I want to kind of cover something up here. Actually, it's fine. And yes, people do say, you know, blah blah blah. This, you know, you shouldn't be buying. You should be buying 3080s, 3070s, so on and so forth. And yes, I should be, but you look at the cost compared to, you know, some of these other cards where you can get a realistically of the same card for a third of the price, or you know, a price where it's like, yeah, but this, or yeah, but this. It's the price I can pay for some GPUs is way below what a lot of other people pay or spend to get their GPUs. It's because I've tried to find a deal. I try to negotiate with people. It's for me starting out, you know, there are some people, I'm not saying who, and I'm not saying everybody's like this, but some people can be going on one and say, oh, 3080s, they have 12 in stock, I'll buy 12. Oh, that's 7 grand? Sure. You know, I'm not sure about everybody, and I can't speak for everybody, but I don't got that sort of money. If I had that sort of money, I'd have many, many rigs. But, you know, me, I started with my computer, and then I bought another card, and then I bought another card, and that forced me to build my first rig. Then I ordered the parts in because I knew I wanted to upgrade my gaming computer, and I knew that the heat would probably be too much for 2 cards on that computer. So I started another rig, you know? Now it's running a 1660 Ti. Is the computer probably overkill? Yes. Is it, you know, helping build up my portfolio? Yes. You know, would I do it in a real world scenario? Probably not. At least not during a bear market. But the thing is, though, is it is helping me build up a portfolio during a time when, you know, some people aren't putting as much mega hash on certain algos. So it does, you know, it helps here and there, but, you know, you have to look at what are the benefits of doing this? What are the benefits of doing this? And currently, the benefits of some things are you know, they overtake what, you know, some of the losses would be. Like right now, I have 5 GPUs that are offline. Does this suck? Especially when Flux is having in about a week? Yes. Is it the safe thing to have them off? Yes. But you know, I'm trying to get a PSU. That cable's starting to melt, and I'm trying to work on an RMA, but they want me to spend almost as much money as it's worth to buy a brand new one to ship it to get a new one. So I'm gonna be talking to the company on Monday, and you know, trying to figure out a way to get a new power supply or return or something. Um, but for some things, some things outweigh the bad, and right now is definitely the time for people to be buying hardware. I wouldn't say so much selling, because a lot of people would be losing money selling the hardware right now. But, you know, people that are buying hardware are probably buying it not for mining. So it's probably gonna be a little bit more, it's gonna be more, what would be the word? It's a lot less chance of you being, wait a minute, huh? Oh, that's for each. Is that a lot? Is that for each? But we'll definitely have to see where the market takes us. Because we did realistically just got out of a bear market, so it's definitely gonna be, it's definitely gonna be a little bit more of a, if something happens, it's gonna be really interesting to see what actually occurs. Because in some ways, if a crypto, like a common crypto, let's say Raven Coin, within a day doubled. Let's say within 2 days, a coin doubled, like Raven or, Nexa. That's gonna open our eyes to a lot of people. Because it's gonna be like, well, that happened really quickly. What happens? What happened? That's gonna open a lot of people's eyes, and that's probably gonna drive a huge force. That's gonna make a lot of people probably turn the rigs back on, which is gonna drive the difficulty up, which is probably in turn is gonna make profitability go down. So it's gonna be different to see what happens for certain people. But we'll have to. It's not just gonna be an overnight. Crypto mining is back, but everybody. I mean, if crypto mining was dead, no one would be doing it, right? People are still mining, which means there's still hope in it. But it may not mean that it may just not be profitable. Maybe for a while, it may just not be as profitable as maybe once it was. It may come back. Chump Change, you here? I need to do something here quickly, chat. But some things are gonna be, you know, there are gonna be things that we're gonna see that are gonna make our main brain go, you know, what's going on? What's causing this? Okay. I do know someone was looking for something. 3,500. It's probably a fair price. Now, see, I will be honest right here. 21 GPUs for 20 grand? Mm, probably not. Um, I mean, we'll see what GPUs they are. But, you know, that's... Like, that's there is probably a little bit overpriced for right now. And the only reason being is they're probably trying to recoup some of their costs from running that on California electric rate. Yeah, yeah. Thanks for joining, DJ. But now this here, um, I was kind of looking at this. 3,500 US for 10 A2000s with two power supplies with an H110 frame. You know that there. It's probably. I wouldn't say it would be a. I wouldn't say it would be a ridiculous price. It's probably more of a fair price. I paid for my new 3070 Ti. I paid 700 Canadian, which would be around 550 US roughly. Now, I would love to pick up some mini miners. I would love to pick up some of those. Holy shit. Excuse my language, but holy buckets. Oh. 80. 3090s. Goodness. Well, that's too rich for my blood. Um, but I'd love to pick up a mini miner. I'd love to get my hands on one. Yeah. Plus, I don't got 150 grand. If I did, you think I'd be messing with RX 400 and 500 cards? Oh, hell no. But, like, even a couple months ago, this would just been littered with, you know, rig after rig after rig after rig. And now you actually have to scroll for, you know, some GPUs. Um, like 18 GPUs for, you know, 17 grand. Like that's $1,000 a GPU. Uh, I've been wanting to try to get I'd like to get my hands on a mini miner, like either a KDA box, like a box miner. But I've been buying RX 400 and 500 cards locally for, you know, a good price. Because for me locally, I can get them for a price to where it offsets the cost for the power on them. In a lot of my cases, because up here it's like, you know, you're gonna pay this much for this. You know, it's gonna be this much for this. It's not like, hey, um, some people are asking more than new on, you know, some of the, you know, especially 3070s or 3080s. Even 1660s are asking like $300 for some of them. But for me, I'm able to pick up RX 400 and 500 cards for like, the lowest I paid was $55 for one. For actually, I technically bought three for 160. Um, and then the highest I paid was 100. Um, for, you know, some newer ones that weren't used as much. Oh, no problem, crypto. Um, but you know, these are the GPUs I really like. Armor. These are my preferred. I find these give the best. Out of mine, these are the ones that I like a little more. I find they give a little more hash rate, and you can also, you know, abuse them a little more politely. um, I find they're a little bit more of a tougher card in a way. Um, they're just a little more, I would say, heavy spec. Um, but I am in talks with somebody that I may be able. They have like a very high electricity cost, and they said, well, I have like 20 to 30 of these cards, and if you can arrange pickup, you know, we can arrange something to where I can, you know, we work out a deal for them and stuff, which, you know, it may cost me $300 to ship them from where they are, but, you know, at $100 each, you start doing the math, right? To me, it's a lot less. And yes, I'll have to, you know, pay good amount of money to get ones running. Like it'll probably cost me 500 or 600. It'll probably cost me around $1,000 to get them going. Um, it depends, DJ. Like I was mining Meowcoin with my rig and Raven, but then I started having issues. So right now I am mining Flux on the AMD rig, and this rig here actually has 9 cards, but I'm only running 4 per the suggestion of some of the guys in the Discord, in the Misfits Discord group. And then I'm running Kapow because 4 gig cards you can't mine Raven with anymore. And it's not the DAG size is too big, it's with all the hardware and everything. But when I actually throw on server PSUs, they said once you get server PSUs on them, you'll be able to run more cards. So, but like right now, it's like, I would like to be getting a payout today, but I can't with any coin. But if I was able to get, this rig, 12 GPUs running, and then, another 2 rigs maxed out 12 GPUs running, I could probably make a good amount of ETC a day, or at least enough to get a payout, or I may put them on Flux. So, I have to see what I can do with these. I have to talk to the person and see what I can do for price, and see what's gonna happen with how much it will cost to ship everything and stuff like that. And yeah. Because roughly on 4 cards, I'm making 0.2 flux a day. Roughly. But I'd love to get some mini miners and stuff like that. But I'd love to, somehow get a mini miner and do some stuff with them. Because that's one thing I'd love to have, even if I just had one of them. It would still be cool to just have one running. That almost looks like, that almost looks like Vosk's area. That is Vosk. So how's everybody's day going in general? BRB. Just got approved for. Wow, good job, Crypto. Congrats. But I don't know what mini miner. I entered Red Panda's giveaway hoping to win. I probably won't because I have the luck of a dog on a stick. But so yeah, my next goal is possibly get these my GPUs I have currently and possibly these ones I'm talking to the person about, and then possibly get a. But the next big thing though I would like to do is get into get all my rigs that I have right now up and going. Then from there, so realistically, get server power supplies for my current rig, get it done, get the parts in for these other rigs that I'm possibly going to be able to build with the GPUs that I'm working on a deal for, and then go from there. And then from there, go into and then this summer move into and then this summer I'm hoping to move all my rigs into a dedicated building. Hopefully. But I need, realistically, if I'm running, I'm gonna need probably 3 750 watts per rig. So I'm gonna need, let's say I was to go buy So let's say I was just to go buy, you know, everything from these guys. You know, so realistically, I'm looking at $500 and, you know, parts there, and then I'll probably need some more splitters and, you know, stuff like that. So, you know, it's not gonna be a cheap, you know, it's gonna be a good amount of money to get all these, if I can get everything, but, you know, you never know what's gonna happen. Um, and I don't like saying this much, but actually in the description of the stream, I do have a donation link for me. And also, Crypto Mikkel's, the pinned comment is a fellow miner lost everything yesterday in his house. Crypto Mikkel has a Twitter. I linked his Twitter there to actually a link of a tweet that he put out of how to help his family out. You know, anything to them you know, awesome. Thank you very much for helping them out. But yeah, I do have a link for donations to me. I don't like pushing it much because, I'm not a one to ask for a lot. Um, but anything to me or, to the guy the crypto miner that's, would appreciate some help, I'm sure would be gladly appreciative for everyone's well doing. Mhm. Oh, Ryzen 9 3900. So, anyone have any plans for this weekend or anything in the chat? And if any of you in the chat are looking for any sort of server hosting, I recommend Terra.io. They're a good group of guys working this. They're actually in the crypto community. So yeah, if you're ever looking, they do Flux nodes, ASICs, GPUs. I think they do other servers too. I could be wrong. But yeah, check them out. Good group of guys over there at Terra working. Um, so yeah, support them. But yeah, let's see. Oh, oh, sorry about that, chat. But yeah, Flux in the last hour. To think about it, in this stream, Flux has gone up almost 0.4%. So, that's quite, you know, a decent gain for anything. But, yeah, so. So, probably get into CPU mining eventually. I mean, I'd like to get into it maybe. See what, it's probably too late to jump on board and, do it. But, it'd still be interesting to try it, see what it's like and stuff like that. One not. Oh, no problem, chump. There you go, chump. Surprise, buddy. But, yeah, we're just talking about future plans. I'd like to eventually get a mini miner, mini ASIC miner to do some cool stuff with. And then probably I'm in talks with some people about trying to I'd like to try to I'm in chats with somebody that I may be getting a good bunch of cards from them. Because it's their power cost, and they were like, well, if they're sitting on the shelf, you can arrange pickup, you can have them. So, and then the pin comment, it's Crypto Mikkel. I shared his tweet so people could help out the guy that kind of bathroom fanned. Literally, bathroom fanned is sad host. The host that had a little incident yesterday. So, just try to do what I can in the community, chump. Crypto Mikkel, I just try my best. It's all you can do. You know, people have shitty days. You gotta help bring up the mood a bit. And if that means, you know, hey, if that means I lose out on a couple of bucks from donations to go towards another person, hey, the person can definitely use it more than me. Even though sometimes it is a little bit, you know, of a shitty situation, and some people, you know, they don't know. Like me, I'd never push my donation link because, you know, I understand, you know, I don't want to make people feel like it's a must, because, you know, some people can't, you know, always afford certain things. What the hell? Alright. Copy. Okay, cool. But, yeah, I've been, ever since, Panda kind of did a video on, you know, mini miners, and actually you did, Chump, some too. Alright, see you in a minute, Chump. But, yeah, so between, you know, getting a couple more rigs, and my goal by the end of this year is to have 3 to 4 rigs going, and maybe a mini ASIC, and maybe a couple CPU miners. I'd love to have, you know, double that, but, you know, you never know what's gonna happen. But if I'm able to get these GPUs, that's 2 rigs, and then shipping them back is gonna be costly, so I'll have to try to do some more work and get some good new money and stuff like that. And, you know, hopefully my luck changes and I can, you know, get some stuff and make this channel better than ever. Wonder if they still have their sale. I wonder if Gold Shell still has their deal. Oh, they do. Cool. Well, when you only have, like, I have my 3070 Ti and my 1660 on Raven, and then my other rig is on Flux. But I have 5 GPUs that aren't running because I don't have. It's not recommended to plug any more into the power supplies I have. So currently I have, half my little half my farm not running, so it's kind of a shitty feeling, but it is what it is. Let's see what my 3070 would be doing. It'd be an LHR card. And it would be not great to have my other, stuff going, but like I just don't have the means of being able to do it. It definitely sucks, but there isn't anything I can do to stop it. David, I'm hoping to, get a couple mini miners, build out a couple more rigs. Like, I have the parts here for, for the frame and this, and then it's another 230 Canadian for the motherboards, and slow work in progress. So, don't know just yet what I'm gonna do, but maybe look into some more newer GPUs possibly, and I'm hoping maybe the end of this year I may be looking into maybe getting some newer GPUs, I should say. Because if I can get these other ones for, these other RX 400, 500 cards, then if I only need like a couple more, I'll buy them, finish off the rigs, and then go from there. And if I have one or two extra, I may switch out some of the ones that, maybe don't do as well. Because I have some that do, like, they're half. They're like the mini ITX type GPUs, like the lower profile ones. And they don't do as well, so like if I had 2 left over, I'd switch them out and then go from there. And then once I have, 3 rigs, then I'll probably try to finish off a 1660 rig. Probably more like a 1660 20 series rig or a 10 series and a 16 series, and then maybe if I do that, depending on what I can do, then, maybe run a couple, then go from there, maybe go into some 20 series and then expand from there, if that makes sense, because then I'll have like a couple of this rig, 1 or 2 of this rig, and then that will help. It'll kind of help get me started in some ways better, because then it's not like I have one GPU and I have to rely on this one GPU. I have multiple, so if one shits the bed, I can be like, well, that GPU's $80, go buy a new one, switch it in. And if I had some extra ones, like if I had probably 4 extras, probably anything over 6, I'd probably consider building another rig for 400, 500 cards. But if I had like 3 or 4 left over, I'll switch out the 2 that aren't as good in one of the rigs, and then I'll leave it at 3 rigs, and then if something happens, I'll have a spare to change it out, if that makes sense. And then I'll focus more on my probably 1660 rig and maybe a 20 series rig. And then I'll probably work on maybe building a 6600 XT rig. Computers. This is a place where I actually bought some of where I bought my 3070 Ti from. So they sometimes have deals on, so I'm gonna just see what they have here for, GPUs, and I probably won't be, I'm definitely gonna try to focus like a lot more of my money on this other deal to try to get more GPUs back. Because if I can get the GPUs that I'm working on a deal for, then it will actually work out a lot more. But it really, for me, also will depend on the price of some things, too. But well, but hopefully it will become something half decent. And I don't think Chump's farm or any of these guys' farms, you know, overnight go from a couple hundred mega hash to a couple giga hash. I don't think that happened overnight. It took, I'm gonna guess, some time probably, and a lot of work, a lot of sleepless nights, probably a lot of staring at a monitor waiting for a price to get to a point where it's like, cha-ching. And I don't think that and I don't think Chumps, you know, you know, everything happened for reasons. And, I'm just hoping I get, lucky and just keep moving forward through one issue at a time and hope that someday that I can be, not as good, but at least close to what, you know, Chump Change and Panda have done for themselves. They've built a fairly large community surrounding crypto and everything like that. And, hopefully it happens to, possibly happens to a lucky guy like me. Sorry, I'm just trying to do some here, chat. Alrighty. Sorry, chat, I am back. I'm sorry that I had to do that. Just had to use the washroom. But, now I'm back and, got to change this. There we go. So, yeah. So I do appreciate you coming out to the stream and everything like that. I really am appreciative for everything. You know, all I'm gonna do is just try to keep on working towards, you know, making good content and better content, and we'll just have to keep on rolling and see where it takes us. So, what would you guys like to see me do? Like, as a viewer, what would you like to see me do? Like, what different stuff could I do to maybe get more of you in the stream and do more stuff? And, I mean, I just don't know what new stuff that people would actually like to see as a, you know, as a viewer. What is some more, like, newer stuff for, like, do you want to see some newer tech? Do more, like, talking sort of stuff. It's just, as a streamer, it's would be awesome to know, like, what the viewers would like to see, because then maybe I can do more stuff towards the viewer base. I would like to possibly talk to some other crypto YouTubers and do some, you know, do some more streams at night and stuff like that. Like, almost like roundtable. That would be something I'd like to personally try and see what I can't do. And I understand a lot of crypto YouTubers are currently busy with, other, activities, life, family. It's never, there's never going to be, you know, something where one person is able to do everything. And, like, maybe even I would like to maybe get a hold of some companies and maybe see if I can't do some other cool type of giveaways and stuff like that. Maybe work with some companies on some stuff, possibly. Um, maybe some different, make some different content, like some review content. You know, I would like to figure out what I can do with you as the viewer. What could, make my stream a whole lot better. And I appreciate all the viewers sticking around and, you know, helping out and, you know, watching me, supporting me. It means everything to a small YouTuber. Um, and I'm hoping to, grow and turn into, maybe not somebody as good as, Chump Change, because he's pretty hard to beat. He's a pretty likable guy. But someone that, you know, can, make it seem possible to anybody to get into this and not appeal that you need $20,000-$30,000 to get into it. When realistically, if you have a good computer, you can build a rig. And, make it, there are people that believe crypto is, a very expensive thing to get into. It can be. And when I tell people, I'm like, crypto is, what you put in is what you want to make. It's not, you put in $10,000, you'll make $10,000 in a year. But if you'll make a lot more in a year if you put in $10,000 compared to $1,000, because you'll have better technology, more efficient, technology. You'll probably have access to a lot more, newer and maybe smarter technology. But you also need to, you know, you can still get into crypto with a couple $100. I started at, buying my first card at $65. Then I bought another card, and I was like, well, I can't throw this in my rig, computer. And I bought my parts for my first rig. I had to borrow some money from family. I paid them back when I got paid. And you know what? That decision was in some ways my stupidest decision, and smartest decision because it made me realize I really liked, you know, mining and doing all this technology stuff. But, you know, it was a stupid decision because now I'm addicted. And, you know, when you have ADHD or anything of a compulsive issue that may make you addicted to something a little more than, you know, others, you know, definitely be warned because it can become a very costly and expensive addiction. And, you know, you can, if you go and remortgage your house and refinance your house, refinance your car, you can lose everything. Not financial advice. Do not, you know, if I was in this scenario, I would not refinance anything right now because one, finance rates are going up, and two, you know, your profitability isn't as high as it was even 6 months ago. So you got to be careful, and it's your, you know, it's your own advice is what you do, and you know, you cannot blame anybody but yourself unless it's a financial advisor or anybody telling you to do this. You cannot blame Chump Change, me, Red Panda, anybody that, you know, kind of talks about it because we all say it's not financial advice. Because if, you know, you refinance your home and you lose everything, you also lose a roof over your head, which makes you not a very smart person. So it's just, you know, my future plans are to become as big as I possibly can and, you know, hope that, you know, what happens is just gonna keep growing and growing until it becomes, you know, a really good situation. Because it'd be awesome. It would be, you know, great to be able to get, um, you know, machines and stuff like that. And you know what? Hopefully there'll become a day when, you know, these crypto ASIC people will contact me and say, hey, can we, you know, do a deal together or something like that? Because that would be, you know, pretty cool in order to get sent, you know, equipment and stuff like that to test and show all of you and, you know, but you can't go from zero to hero without going from zero to, you know, a snail and then go from snail to tortoise and, you know, just keep on working up as much as we can, as fast as we can. Because we also don't want to grow too fast because you grow too fast and then certain people become, you know, like Chump Change. I will always, you know, Chump Change and all the people that have supported me, you know, in my early stages, I will remember when I'm big. Because, you know, if I ever grow to more than, you know, so many, to grow past a certain amount of people, you know, there will be those people that supported you in your early journey that you will remember. Um, it's just like Chump Change. I always watch his streams when I can, even if it's 3D printing, because, you know, that's pretty cool and everything. And it's because of the people that, you know, supported me, you know, from some of the first subscribers to this channel to now, like, you know, realistically, within a 1.5 weeks, I've grown, 1.5 weeks, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks, 5 weeks, 6 weeks, 7 weeks, 8 weeks, 9 weeks, 10 weeks, 11 weeks, 12 weeks, 13 weeks, 14 weeks, 15 weeks, 16 weeks, 17 weeks, 18 weeks, 19 weeks, 20 weeks, 21 weeks, 22 weeks, 23 weeks, 24 weeks, 25 weeks, 26 weeks, 27 weeks, 28 weeks, 29 weeks, 30 weeks, 31 weeks, 32 weeks, 33 weeks, 34 weeks, 35 weeks, 36 weeks, 37 weeks, 38 weeks, 39 weeks, 40 weeks, 41 weeks, 42 weeks, 43 weeks, 44 weeks, 45 weeks, 46 weeks, 47 weeks, 48 weeks, 49 weeks, 50 weeks, 51 weeks, 52 weeks, 53 weeks, 54 weeks, 55 weeks, 56 weeks, 57 weeks, 58 weeks, 59 weeks, 60 weeks, 61 weeks, I've grown my channel double, into somebody that's small. That's a lot of people. Now, let alone not every single person shows up for every single stream, but still, a subscriber is a subscriber, and after 1,000 subscribers, there starts to be perks there starts to be perks on YouTube with being able to have memberships and super chats and all this other cool stuff that helps when you're trying to grow and become something. And I will never push my donations. I will never push anybody to do anything that they don't want. Because why would somebody want to help you if they're being pushed and pretty much told to do something? I wouldn't stand for that. And I wouldn't expect anything from it less. And working a channel from pretty much a couple subs, till now, within a month, I would say I went from 5 subscribers to 15. And I appreciate every single person that helps out and helps grow my channel, and certain and people that support me, I support them. Like Hawk, he's chatted to me a couple times. That's why Terra Hosting is in my description, because he helps me. I'm gonna help I'm gonna help advertise his company, Yeti. He is a part of Terra. I'm gonna help him out. Um and all these other great guys, if I can help them, they have always helped me. So if I can even help get them one customer, I'd feel like I'm helping, a good group of guys out. Like, all these guys have YouTube channels or are part of mining. They're not like some company that came out of nowheres and, came out of nowheres and started this company. Like some of these other companies, they have been mining for years. Some of them, like the Conjoin, like you see Chump Change supporters, Red Panda, one of the biggest crypto YouTubers there is. I'm pretty sure, if not the biggest. Chump Change, cool dude. Misfit Mining, Veteran Miner, Mad Electron, cool dude. Veteran Miner, really good dude. They're all a great group of guys that said why not help our viewers even more, because they help they helped grow us. Why don't we help grow them, is the way I see it. And I think we'll see Terra, and personally I think 2 years become a one building company to, I think we'll see them become probably in the neighborhood of 3 to 4 locations in 2 years. And that's just a personal thought. I could be completely crazy, but I would not be surprised if we seen it. Because they've worked their asses off working on one facility, and when they get one facility, I'm sure they have plans for another facility. You know, if you're looking for hosting, jump on over. The link is in the description for Terra.io. You know, chump change. Great dude. Whenever I've had a question, if he's on, he tries to help me out. You know, I've always seen Crypto Mikkel and Pandas. DJ Mines one time gave me a, you know, I was wondering about Flux nodes. He helped me out, you know. I appreciate the people that take their time and help me. Because, you know what? These people, they don't have to help you. But they choose to help you. Which, you know, when you consider, you know, people that, you know, may not have as much experience, you know, it's great to know that, you know, you have some people there to help support you as a small person. Because there was times early in my crypto career without this Discord. Because I'll be honest, there was times when I was scared to ask stupid questions to people. But then one time I just finally gave up and I finally asked and they're like, listen, this is what you have to do with USB stick. But I'd highly recommend if you get it working, go buy a SSD. That one little piece of advice was one of the best pieces of advice because if not, it would be not a fun experience. And, you know, their website was one of the coolest things, you know, like, you know, you don't see a lot of companies that, you know, put their, you know, in even, but even like here, they have it all pieced out for you to, you know, help get it going. Like, so, you know, I'm hoping to, you know, and this just shows to show you. There are other companies that are literally failing, but these guys are succeeding. You know why? Because these other companies have little to no experience in the crypto field. They're like, well, all we have to do is plug in a machine and charge them how much money, you know, whatever a day in kilowatt or how much for power. But these guys, if something happens to their facility, I've heard that they will personally call you, say, hey, listen, we have an issue. We'll be down for this amount of time, and they will actually rebate you what you would have been scheduled to make. If it's, you know, human error, you know, and that's something I've heard. I could be completely wrong, um, but, um, but yeah, they're, so I mean, it's, the markets for Bitmain, yeah, you know, 11 grand for one of these, you know, it's a good chunk of change, but, you know, not financial advice. You look at these other things, you know, they're not making as much. Like, look, in Bitcoin, you're only making 466 a day. And that's all water cooled and everything like that. And that's, you know, 15, you're like $15 a day in power. I think this is in Canadian, but it's still a lot of money. So, hopefully things look up and hopefully things become, a good situation, and have to see what comes out of the end, but, definitely hoping to grow my farm into something that's a very good size of farm, and you never know what's gonna happen. Please tell me I haven't been muted. Okay, good. But it's a huge, you know, I don't actually have a link to the Misfit Mining Discord here. Maybe I would get one. And I'll add it to my stream, for the next one. But, if you're ever looking, like, it's a great community, great group, guys, as long as you're not being an asshole, they're all pretty chill. But I'm hoping that, everything will go good, and, maybe hopefully by the end of this year we'll be looking back and saying, wow, didn't feel like that long, but it will. Oh, sorry, chat. Sorry, chat, I'm back. But I am always open to suggestions, so, if you do have suggestions, oh, sorry, please let me know if you're watching the stream afterwards as a video, you know. Put a comment. If you have questions, put a comment. I'm always in the Discord. You know, I'm always around, in the Discord most times. Shoot me a message. It's a pretty good time, and hopefully we'll continue to, grow and hopefully we'll go somewheres and become something of a great deal. So we've been live for just over 2 hours. And I think we're at a pretty good spot to end it. We may go live later